hello, and welcome to Week 3, Day 2, Division 2 of the Swag Life series. We have an exciting series for you tonight between Titan Gaming Cobalt and the Aesir Squadron. Two exciting teams. It's going to be a great match. How are you doing, Derek? How are you feeling about tonight?
I'm doing awesome tonight. How are you, Joel?
I'm doing well. I am super stoked. I have to be honest with you. I'm a little bit of a Titan fanboy. Their top laner is someone I've played with on teams before, so I know the org on a more personal level. I played with them, worked with them a little bit. I'm a bit of a Titan fanboy, so a little bit biased in that way, but either way, should be a great match. I'm really excited. Can't wait to see what's about to happen between these two teams.
Should be a good one. Thanks for having me tonight. My name's Game Technique. You can call me Derek. And yeah, we're going to see if Aesir Squadron can put it up to Titan Gaming Cobalt. It's going to be, if it's anything like the last weeks, it's going to be a crazy game. So yes. I'm excited for the series.
Yeah, absolutely. If we look at the standings coming out, Titan Cobalt is sitting at the top of them. They've been super, super strong coming out the gate. 4 matches, 4 wins, no losses. Leading the league in team collective KDA. Just across the board, really good numbers from Titan Gaming. With that being said, though, Aesir Squadron coming in at the number 2 spot. 5 matches played, 3 wins, 2 losses. The KDA not quite there, but again, it's hard to keep that KDA up when you played a few more matches. You've had more chances to die, obviously. But either way, Division 2 is looking so crazy. It's super close, really. It's anyone's to take. In a lot of ways, we're only on week 3 right now, and it's a really close game across the board. Everyone has had, in my opinion, really strong showings. Even Glacial Academy, who's currently sitting at the bottom, looked really, really solid in some of their matches. Butterboys looking really good. It's just it's an awesome division. It's an exciting division. There's some really strong teams. There's a lot of really great competition. So we get to see the top 2 teams tonight playing, which is always good. See what they bring to the table, see how they stand up against each other. Aesir Squadron versus Titan Gaming. And with that being said, we're gonna talk to the jungler of the Aesir Squadron, Arctic Viper, and see what what he thinks about the match, what he thinks about their chances as a team moving forward, how they feel about the league, and just get a little insight on the Aesir Squadron. All right, so Arctic Viper, can you hear us? How are you doing?
I can hear you. I'm doing good.
Awesome, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for being on. So, disclosure, this game, due to scheduling issues, was pre-recorded last night, I believe. You guys already played last night, correct?
Correct. We did play last night.
Okay, so this is obviously a pre-recorded match. Derek and I don't know the outcome. You guys don't know the outcome, so we're effectively watching it live together. But with that being said, Arctic Viper, you guys are doing really well in the league. You're sitting at the number 2 spot. How's your team dynamic been playing in this league? Are you a newer team? Are you a team that's been together? How's your dynamic going in the SOS? How are you guys working together?
Yeah, we've been together for about a year now. Our main focus before SLS was we played Clash together a lot, pretty consistently. So we're a pretty tight-knit group, but at the same time we're still working on improving on a lot of aspects of the game. But yeah, I think we're in a good spot right now in the standings to be competitive.
Yep.
And yeah, we just gotta keep winning games if we can.
Yeah, absolutely, and the standings definitely reflect that. So you said you played Clash together. How is that moving into a more competitive league? Are there nerves in that? Do you approach it generally the same? Have things changed? Have you got more serious in different ways? What was kind of the switch from being friends who played Clash to being a little bit more serious, a little bit maybe more committed?
The nerves definitely got elevated.
Yeah.
I noticed before each game, I definitely feel more nervous than any Clash games we'd be a part of.
Right.
But I do like the format here because in Clash, a lot of times you can't really tell. Like, you can scout them, but you can't exactly tell who you're playing.
Sure.
And I really like knowing who we're playing against, being able to scout them, being able to come with a game plan. And I think it's added a different dynamic to our team and how we play the game together.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that really is an important one. You can do so much more prep work, obviously, in a league like this where you know the players, you know the teams. You get to see them play against other teams. You get to draft against them a couple times, 3 times, sometimes in series. So that obviously is a huge one. But yeah, Derek, you have any questions?
Yeah, it adds a lot of depth. I was going to say, it's pleasure casting and even watching the best of 3s, because I'm sure as a player it's a lot more satisfying too when you take a series, or if you lose you can at least you take home a lot more. So it's been a blast. Yeah, I'm excited for the game. And I wanted to ask one question. What's kind of your week to week like as a team that's together for a long time? Do you like kind of keep up with the meta, or do you guys trying to like push the boundaries or anything, or what's your style in that way?
I'd say it depends on which player you're talking about. Someone like me, it's a big joke in our team. I'm a meta slave. I'll always play whatever the meta junglers are, but then you have our mid laner who plays crazy things like Yorick or Shen mid, so you just kind of never know what to expect out of him. So, yeah.
Everyone's working their angle.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone kind of brings their own thing to the table.
Yeah, sounds
There you
like
go.
an epic time. Looking forward to the game, Aesir Squadron. Hopefully put up a good fight, fighting for that first spot. It's going to be a good one, I can tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. Arctic Viper, thank you for your time. We look forward to watching you out on the Rift, but thank you for the interview.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Enjoy the game.
Yeah, we will. Absolutely. All right, and next we have the coach for Titan Gaming Cobalt, Maker. How are you doing, Maker?
I'm good.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you for being on. So yeah, I guess a similar question to you. What is your? I mean, you guys are obviously doing phenomenally well. You're sitting right now at the #1 spot, Titan Gaming, and I know there's a lot of talent on that roster, a lot of good players, a lot of hard hitters. What have you done to kind of narrow their focus in, help them find the right direction, and obviously putting them on the right path? What has your kind of week to week been like with them, and what are some things that you've helped work on and focus on as a team?
because like in team com, we need to trust each other. So
Sure.
my prio, so to help my team is trust each other,
Yeah.
and we keep going like that, and things happen like a lot.
Yeah.
And my team doesn't practice a lot, but like their synergy and their mental just like on the same page. They're just like
really
I'm very
good, yeah.
surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's such a huge thing, right? Because it doesn't matter how much skill or talent your team has if you're not playing on the same page, if you're not trusting each other to do what's needed to execute plays properly. And yeah, that's obviously a huge component. And this is interesting. So you're the coach, and obviously you're not a player, but what has your kind of philosophy on drafting been? Has that changed since you came in, or was it something that you kind of just stuck with what they already knew, or did you bring in new things? Do you think you changed up the team at all in that way?
The important thing is like we keep using meta to pick like things like and just rotation about the carries. Like sometimes I bring carries to ADC, or sometimes I bring carries to tower jungle. So
Sure.
sometimes I'm just do treats pick like. That's because like there are lots of pick because meta now, so like
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of angles you can do with draft. Absolutely. That's definitely very true. Yeah. How about you, Derek? Any questions for
Yeah.
Maker?
Yeah, Maker, nice to meet you. So what's your style as a coach? Like, there's so many different angles to approach League from. We talked about team comps already. We talked about making sure everyone trusts each other. So those are some two big things. Are those mainly what you work on, or what are your other focuses?
my focuses is everyone's improve together. Like in comms, they're like really scared, like improve better, higher because like they're scared that their teammate can't keep up. But just like okay, if you guys do want to be better together, will be there and practice together until we,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, until you're all at that same level together. Yeah, that that makes sense, and that it's obviously working. Whatever you're doing is obviously working quite well. Titan Gaming has been a force to be reckoned with in the Division 2. But Maker, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate having you. We appreciate your insight, and we look forward to watching your team play. Yeah, absolutely. Take care, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So, hearing from the coach, always interesting. You can see the work's been being put in for Titan Gaming, and you can definitely see that reflected in the standings. With that being said, I don't want to spend another minute. I want to get right into the action. So let's take us right into the draft. Titan Gaming, Aesir Squadron, Game 1. I'm ready.
Let's get it.
Let's
I'm
get it.
excited.
Yeah. All right, and drafting on the blue side, we have Aesir Squadron with the first pick. Titan Gaming will be on the red side.
Already
All
see
right.
Corky and Hecker in bands.
Yeah, really.
Both very
Quick
powerful
bands.
champions right now.
Yep, really quick bans too. Malzahar coming out on the red side. I assume maybe there's a Malzahar player in the mid lane. I don't think Malzahar is necessarily just the most blanket ban, unless it's targeted at someone.
Yeah, that's a good question. I know we were sent some stats here. Malzahar, I've honestly been playing Malzahar in solo queue. He's a very strong champion.
Yeah, I do think it's a sleeper strong champion, but it doesn't seem like someone's playing. And there you go, the Aphelios banned out. I know that the AD for Titan Gaming Cobalt is a notorious Aphelios player. I'm pretty sure Aphelios gets banned versus them almost every game, so no surprise there. Zeri, in response to the Jinx, interesting red side pick. I think it's a tough lane for Zeri into Jinx. Jinx has a lot of range advantage, but the scaling on Zeri is so big, and there's a Lulu, taking the Lulu away from the Jinx, making sure that Jinx doesn't have that really strong enchanter to play with.
Yeah, it's going to really come down to the support matchup in the bot lane. They're
Yeah.
often defining the total lane dynamic.
Yep, absolutely. So good
It's
to
a
take away the
Zillion
Lulu
ban
there.
as well. Really good flex pick.
Yep, Zillion I think is incredibly strong
Obnoxious.
right now, especially if you're planning on picking something like Jinx. Works really well, good scaling, like you said, a really strong flex. Yeah,
Even mid,
yeah, even mid, honestly.
like kind of half funnel strats where you can just shove and like speed up your Hecarim in the
Yeah,
jungle or
yeah,
something. It's kind of-
pairs really well with the Hecarim for sure. All right, and Xerath and then Viego. So Xerath I actually think is interesting, is a bit of a flex too. Xerath support I think is honestly really strong, an underutilized champion I would say. I do think it's probably pretty hard to play into Zeri. I mean, I've never played that matchup, but I assume late game Zeri is so mobile, hard to be landing those skill shots on them with the Xerath. So a little bit inconsistent CC on the side of Aesir Squadron right now, which I think is hard for the Zeri. Udyr being picked up on R3 for Titan Gaming. I think a strong...
Yeah, Aesir definitely wanting more of a front line. I really like the Xerath pick though. In lane, they're going to have a complete field
Yep.
day on the Lulu and Zeri. It's going to be,
Yep.
you know, and it's even tough for an Udyr to walk in on
Yep.
on the Xerath and Jinx. So if that is a Xerath support, that's a really good pick for them.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Xerath is strong there. We'll see how they make it into the late game with the scaling, but obviously Jinx scales exceptionally well in the late game. Silas being banned on blue side, and then Cho'Gath being banned on red. Makes
Cho'Gath's
sense.
an interesting course, interesting ban to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of assume maybe it's a targeted ban, as I don't... In the Yorick mid they mentioned, and then it looks like Aesir Squadron just banning out pretty standard champions. I mean, the Silas makes sense with the Lulu ult, definitely strong, and then Ornn being blinded on R4. I know Ragnar is a huge Ornn player, absolutely loves that champion, not scared to blind, not scared to play the weak side in that champion. He is a monster on the top lane on that Ornn pick.
Yeah, I love to see Ornn top. And Silas and Victor bans, nothing surprising there, both two powerhouse mids.
Yep.
No longer on the table.
Yep. Just double banning that mid, taking away the pool a lot. Alright, so here we get to see, will it actually be... Is there a support or mid? Tom Kench. Again, could
Nothing
be
wrong with
support or
that.
top. Yeah, I like the Tom Kench pick, not bad. We'll see if it ends up going top or support. I think it's a little bit better support, to be honest. I don't actually think it's a great solo lane right now. I tend to value it higher as a support.
Yeah, he was nerfed recently. That kind of pointed him in the direction of more utility.
Yep, so we'll see where Aesir Squadron ends up putting the Tom as they look to lock in their final pick. So it will be Tom's support, and it's going to be a Mundo top. I like the Mundo pick a lot. I think it's really good. I think it's a good answer into the kind of front to back comp that Titan Gaming is drafting. It's just a really huge frontline champion. Provides a lot of value, a lot of protection for the Jinx. So I think it's a really good pick. And then Vigor on the side of Titan Gaming. Or maybe an Annie. Oh,
Interesting, switching it up on us.
Switching it
Let's
up.
see what they finalize on. This mid matchup is going to be really defining. Lissandra's a much better pick, I agree.
Lissandra.
That's the way to go.
Yep, Lissandra brings some engage, so that will mean it's Xerath mid. So two interesting comps right here. Two comps that kind of like to play front to back. I'm not. This could kind of go either way in my opinion. I'm not sure which draft I like more. I like some components of red side's draft a lot, and then I like some components of blue side's draft. I think my issue with the blue side draft is I would like to see a little bit more consistent CC for the Zeri. I think it's kind of hard for them to lock her down. With that being said, blue's team has way more range, a huge range advantage on their champions into red side. And I think it's hard for red side to play from behind. So I think there's a lot of pressure on Titan Gaming Cobalt to build a pretty good early lead or it might be a little bit difficult to play into that late game. A lot of really strong scaling on Aether Squadron. Good scaling for Titan Gaming for sure, but I think hard team to play from behind.
Yeah, I'm going to give the slight edge to Aesir Squadron on this one. They have a bit beefier of a comp, and I really like their mid pick, so hopefully Xerath can do some work.
Yep.
Maybe they have a better team for shredding tanks. I don't know. It's going to be tight. It's going to be
It's going to be a tight game. I think so too. I mean, there's just a lot of, I think there's a lot of really huge champions on the side of Aether Squadron. I mean, Jinx is such a pop-off champion, such a X factor in late game team fights, and same with Viego. You know, you get one reset and it switches the entire tide of a team fight. So those two champions for me help. I agree. I think it tilts it a little bit into the favor of Aether Squadron from draft perspective. And then the Xerath, if Xerath is able to get some poke leading up to team fights or objectives, whatever, I think that is such huge value again for the Jinx being able to really just wipe a team fight.
Yeah, but then on the other side here we have Titan Gaming Cobalt, undefeated, leading the way.
Yeah.
They have a huge engage.
Yeah.
They have really good engage. So if they can get that Xerath and Jinx off the engage, it's going to be tough. But hopefully Tom Kench can eat up the Jinx.
That is true. And the Tom Kench answer for the... I really like the Tom Kench answer, honestly, into the Lissandra. It's super good. A good answer to being able to, you know, whoever Lissandra engages on, you can just eat them and get them out of harm's way. So for me, a lot of pressure on the engage of Titan Gaming Cobalt to be creative with their engages, to have good timing on their engage, because there's a lot of variables, there's a lot of volatility in this game, so a lot of pressure on the side of Titan Gaming to their top laner and their mid laner to be really on top of those engages.
I agree. I think if it goes late, this one's going to be taken by Aesir Squadron, but we're going to see if Titan Gaming can pull it off.
I agree.
And remain undefeated. Joel, we're both sticking with Aesir Squadron here. We're going against the stats, I think.
Yeah, we are. I mean, I said I was a Titan Gaming fanboy, and then I picked Aesir Squadron from the draft. But, I mean, like you said, Titan Gaming is at the top of the standing. So draft only means so much. You still have to execute well. You still have to...
You're an objective fanboy.
Yeah, exactly. You still have to... you know, cross all your T's and dot your I's, make sure things are playing out as you need them to. So
respect the draft. No matter how good you are, you can't outplay a bad draft sometimes.
That is true. That is true. You never want to make games harder on yourself by drafting poorly. That is definitely true. Definitely unnecessary. All right. We should be getting onto the Rift shortly. If you haven't already, make your predictions. Aether Squadron versus Titan Gaming. Who do y'all think is going to take game one? And this is a battle for the first seed, really. Two of the top teams.
Yeah, they're fighting for the top spot.
Fighting it
Both
out.
at the top of the standings. These teams haven't faced each other before.
They have not faced each other yet. This is their first time facing each other. Aether Squadron looking to take over that first spot, and Titan Gaming, of course, looking to keep up their momentum and maintain their first spot, solidify their playoff hopes in week 3
Exactly. Here we are getting started into the Summoner's Rift. Ladies and gentlemen, Acer Squadron versus Titan Gaming Cobalt.
Yeah. All right.
What are you expecting early here? We got one team that wants to go late and one team that wants to find creative engages, as you said.
Yeah, neither level 1 looks that... Is Tom Kench mid? Is it Tom Kench mid? Sure. Oh my goodness, it's Tom Kench mid. I didn't even notice that. That is awesome. I love... Okay, I'm going to be honest. I feel like Tom Kench mid has a lot harder of a time into the Lissandra. So definitely a creative flex there. We'll see how it actually plays out. Honestly, I don't know what to say about that.
He might be able to just ignore the Lissandra and free farm. But he might not be able to. I've honestly never seen this matchup, so it's gonna be interesting.
I have never seen this matchup either, so it will be interesting to see. I don't expect too much action from level 1. Tom Kench can be pretty strong with the tongue lash, and then you have the E potentially on Xerath since he is support. Starting E isn't the worst, and would be a little bit worse if he was playing mid, but it looks like they're just gonna play standard defensive level 1. Nothing too crazy. Not looking to throw the game from level 1. Just gonna play standard here.
Yeah, both teams scouting it out. We got Viego starting his red, and Ujir starting his blue, both on the same side. So they're gonna be pathing conjunction.
Yep.
And they're gonna be clashing. They're probably top lane or mid.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm still taken aback by this Tom Kench pick. It just feels like it's it's not a fun time for the range into melee, but we'll see. Maybe definitely having the Zera support in bot lane will add to their poke potential and really looking to just dominate that Zeri, not let them scale.
Yeah, and the CC with the Viego ganks, you know, you can really gank mid at any point.
That is true.
Push the entire time. Yeah. All it takes is one Tom Kench W.
Yep.
And you're perma-stunned, so.
That's absolutely true. Top lane matchup looking pretty straightforward. Level 2 advantage for Titan Gaming as they just look to crash the second wave into the turret. Get some harass down before Aesir Squadron bot lane. Dings 2 though, Ding 2 here. Dings walking up kind of far. I think taking a little bit of unnecessary trade, but Lulu getting hit by the traps means she'll have a fair amount of damage put onto her Guardian pop there and some follow-up Xerath trade on the way out, so.
Yeah, Titan Gaming Cobalt not really respecting the amount of CC and zoning that Jinx Xerath has in the bot lane.
Yeah.
It's very terrifying.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of chain CC. If you get hit by traps or you get hit by stun, you get locked down for a long time. Alright. I think
spells going back and forth. Lulu getting
needs to
traded
be
on
careful.
again.
Yeah, Lulu needs to be careful.
Zeri retaliating. Yeah, I think Titan Gaming playing this a bit too aggressive in the bot lane.
Yeah, sure. It's a little bit. I think maybe Titan Gaming playing a little bit too aggressive, and I think maybe Aesir Squadron playing a bit too passive. I think Lulu needs to be careful walking up as far as she is, taking all this free harass. They look to crash a big wave, maybe take a recall here as Ornn does the same on the top lane, crashing that big wave. Maybe walking down for some vision. Out with the crab for Udyr.
It's going to be really, really dangerous early game for Aesir Squadron. They're going to have Lissandra roaming. They're trying to have, use all their prio. They have a ton of prio top and mid right now, so actually and bot. So
yeah,
it's going to be tough for the jungle of Aesir Squadron.
Yep. And I think this is an advantage of, or a strong point of Titan Gaming. I think all of their lanes are individually strong, just good laners are able to build advantages where maybe you wouldn't think advantages would be built. So this bot lane having priority for Titan Gaming Cobalt is pretty huge. Playing into a 2v2 that has a lot of wave clear, a lot of range into Xerath Jinx, and still managing to push them under turret and get lane priority is huge.
Yeah, I guess it's their best bet. They don't want to be shoved under tower and taking trades. It's better to have a minion priority. I guess Viego looking bot side, sweeping, clearing ward. Doesn't look like it's going to result in anything.
Nope. Just passing through, helping his bot lane clear some vision, give them some cover as they look to push this wave under it. Udyr pathing bottom. We'll see if that turns into anything as Aesir Squadron looking to crash this wave. So we'll see if Udyr looks to punish them, trying to get this wave under before they recall. It's Tom Kench and Lissandra. Nothing too crazy.
In the interview, we heard about his unconventional mid picks, right? Like York.
Yeah.
How
they
dare
made,
you
so
deny York?
yeah, so they exactly. Alright. And here comes Viego. The stun's going to land on Zeri, which means this is too much CC and she's dead. And what we talked about earlier, that chain CC is huge. Flashing forward is Viego, looking to get the slow from Zeri. Not going to be able to land. Flash used by the Lulu and the Viego. Zeri holding on to both their thumbs there, though.
A bit of wasted flashes there, maybe, but nonetheless, good kill. And they're
Yeah.
looking for Dragon here. I'm not sure if they're going to start it.
Yep. I think a little bit maybe too overly aggressive by the bot lane. Yeah, they're just going to take this dragon before recalling. They need to be a little careful. They are really low and there's no flash in the Viego. Udyr's level 5 here and their bot lane is already back. This might have been a little bit too ambitious by Aesir Squadron. They're going for dragon, but it just looks like Udyr is going to do so much work here. Smiting the dragon away. No flash in the Viego means he's going to die. Looking for the Jinx. He flashes over the wall. Good play by Jinx to get out, but he's going to be ulted by Lissandra and he'll go down as well. Tom Kench is sure to die shortly too. Lulu picks that one up and it's just a wipe for Titan Gaming
Aesir
Cobalt.
Squadron getting wiped, sorry.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a hasty dragon call.
Yeah.
Death timers are not long enough.
They're not long enough.
Especially
Yeah.
when you have an Udyr level 5 running at you.
Yeah.
Full HP, full mana, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, and we're going to do a quick technical pause, it looks like, just to get something sorted out. So we'll be back in just a moment. But there's a lot of action to talk about there. I think what you said was completely accurate. You can't go for the early dragon. They're only level 4. They have no sums. They haven't bought yet and spent any of their gold. So I think just a little bit disrespectful. I think it's a trap that teams fall into sometimes after you get that early bot lane kill. Just recall, recall, spend your gold, buy your items, get back to lane with an advantage.
Exactly, definitely the smarter play. And we see the Lulu and Zeri bottom. Maybe, I don't know if they're misplaying the lane by pushing, but they definitely got caught in a couple ganks there and some good trades in lane. So maybe they could be doing that a bit better in the bot lane.
Yep, seemed like maybe a little bit of miscommunication as Udyr was on the bot side but wasn't there at the same time as Viego to cover the gank. Either way, good play by the Viego, punishing the overextension by Titan Gaming's bot lane. And a really good stun by the Xerath too, being able to just chain CC the AD and take her down.
Yeah, Lissandra probably enjoying this mid lane.
Yeah.
Farming really well.
Yep. Up about 15 CS, so a definite gold lead there, and she picks up the kill. Tahm Kench having a kill back, but a CS lead pretty significant on the side of Lissandra. A CS lead in the top. Big CS lead in the jungle, and it looks like another gank coming in from Udyr. There's no flash, remember, on the Xerath. He's going to just be running for his life, but Udyr is too scary, too fast, flashes on him, and then stuns the Jinx. They're looking to dive him, and there's nothing for the Jinx to use to escape. She's down a flash, she's down a heal, she's down a support, and she is down her life. 0-2 now for Jinx. A really solid gank there from the Udyr, knowing that bot lane was down in sums, knowing that he could just abuse that window. Really well played. Flashing onto the Jinx for the stun. Great play on the side of the Titan Gaming jungler. He is doing absolute work right now. But Arctic Viper on the other side of the map looking to respond with Rift Herald, using that tempo advantage on the top side well, getting something in response for that bot lane gank.
Yeah, amazing gank by Udyr. Great flash, getting the double stun on the support and Jinx.
Yeah.
That was clean. That was a great play.
That was yeah.
Aesir Squadron responding with the Herald, like you said. And now, 2.5k to 2.5k gold. It's a tight game. The kills aren't tight, but they're at least taking what they have to in response.
I have a sneaking suspicion that that gold is possibly inaccurate.
Oh, it's inaccurate.
I think it's just locked at the, I was looking at that too, and I was like, how is it still 2.5 to 2.5? Yeah. So I'm sure we'll get more accurate numbers coming up
Fair enough.
at some point. But for the time being, Titan Gaming Cobalt sitting in a really, really strong spot. They have that first dragon as Udyr was able to smite that away. And it looks like Lissandra looking to roam into the bot lane, maybe pick something up as Aesir Squadron bot looking to crash the wave. Nothing much will amount from that. She'll walk back mid, and Udyr holding this wave for Lissandra, putting Tahm Kench in a tough spot. He wants to back, but he's going to be stopped by the Udyr, forcing him to stay in lane a little bit longer.
Yeah, Udyr just can do whatever he wants right now. He might as well be one though, and he's unstoppable.
That's just a 2v2 kill straight up. It looks like Xerath is going to die here. Jinx super low too, but Viego is here to maybe counter something, but the ult from Lulu is so huge. And Zeri's going to live with just a sliver of how Udyr looking to run down the last kill. Can't get to Jinx maybe. He's going to keep going. And Udyr is just too fast. The blue spike comes down and he's going to slow him under the turret. The stun lands and I was wrong. Jinx is dead again. They're looking to dive Arctic Viper under the turret. He has no flash. He has no teammates. Lissandra's here trying to get an ult range as he runs to the bush looking to make the great escape. Zeri is too low to follow up. It's just Lulu and Lissandra right now. And oh my goodness, Arctic Viper doing his absolute best to get out, but he can only do so much as the Lissandra ult is going to stun him in place. And he will go down eventually. Really,
that was a crazy chain of events. Udyr dive under the Jinx and just did not stop.
He did not stop running.
Going
yeah,
pleases.
He actually can. Yeah, certainly can. The power of Udyr, you see so much movement speed, so much chase potential right there as he just runs under the tier 2 with not a care in the world. Blue smiting Jinx again, knowing she still has no flash. Titan Gaming Cobalt is coming out swinging this game. So much pressure, so much aggression early. You know, I said there was pressure on them to make early leads happen. They are absolutely making early leads happen. A straight 2v2 kill from their bot lane into the 4-man collapse, cleaning up everyone else. Really solid play from Titan Gaming.
really solid play, and we saw like right from the beginning the kills in lane, and even from the draft we talked about the prio and how they have prio in every lane. It makes it really easy for Udyr. He doesn't have to give up any of his jungle. He can come out level 5, one level up on everyone, and have a high impact and not have to like babysit and worry about any of his lanings. It really helps the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the importance of pushing lanes. Tahm Kench cannot do anything to stop Lissandra wave clear, and they're getting pushed in the bot lane. But as I say this, maybe something happening here. Tahm Kench is going to W in, and Udyr is just right there in time to show up to cover the mid lane gank. Viego is going to get stunned. He's going to ult out, but Udyr does not care. Blue Spike down into the Phoenix Dance. He's just diving under a turret, but he's got Tahm Kench to eat the Viego, covering the gank. Such a close one there. Udyr almost getting another turret dive kill. He does not care about turrets. He doesn't care about anything.
Really
Udyr is just
back and forth there on the mid. We saw Lissandra blow flash just to get out of the Tahm Kench gank, and then Tahm Kench was stuck there against the Udyr. Could have gone bad for them, but it happened. Okay.
Viego looking to run flash forward from the Lissandra into the ult, into the root, and that's another kill. Viego being a little bit too ambitious, trying to pick up his red buff when there's no one to cover him, and Titan Gaming makes him pay. The Herald's going to crash into mid lane, getting a few plates, but nothing more as Tahm Kench takes a base. Lulu and Udyr do the same, looking to get back, maybe prep up for the second dragon as they continue to just dominate this game. Titan Gaming Cobalt showing why they are the #1 undefeated team right now. And you can see, you know, Maker was talking about it. They just trust each other. They're on the same page. That's been their focus, and you really see that reflected here in the gameplay. Their synergy together has been so good. Everyone's on the same page, instantly collapsing the plays. These turret dives have been so strong together. Udyr down bottom again. Jinx is just saying, please leave me alone. I just want to farm. I just want to farm. Just let me get this wave, but Udyr's having none of that. They're going to prep the dive again. Jinx having flash again. What can they do here? Flashing onto the Jinx for the stun into the Lulu. Jinx got to flash away though. Pretty well played. A lot of damage from the Udyr. He's going to take one more turret shot and still live it. What a play on the side of Titan Gaming. Strong play. Zero looking to ult.
Now the Xerath ulti going off. Udyr
trying to clear the wave.
Under the tower. Good gank by them. Good tower dive. It was very clean, and the Udyr changing in the tower, you know, very confident with one shot left. Cobalt Gaming looking amazing.
They are, and you can see the trust there, knowing their limits together, knowing what they can get away with. They crash a huge wave. They know that the Jinx is down in items. They know that they have the Lulu ult, and Udyr wastes absolutely no time flashing right onto her. Great punish there. Jinx doing what she could to try to maybe get a kill back, but she can only do so much. She's just won 80 carry.
Yeah, Titan Gaming sticking to their game plan. Aggressive, winning lanes early on, and never letting off the gas pedal. It's looking great for them so far.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're going to pick up the second dragon of the game. 2-0 in dragons. Still somehow at even gold. Crazy. Alright, top lane. A little bit of a wet noodle fight. Ragnar, though, building up quite a CS lead in this top lane. It's been a pretty uninterrupted lane. They were just both kind of on an island, duking it out. But Ragnar, another really solid laner, really great weak side player. Doesn't need a lot of attention from anyone. He's just going to do his thing by himself and build a lead on his own. Viego looking to counter some of this bot lane aggression on the side of Titan Gaming Cobalt as he is in. Looks to run right on him, on the Zeri, but Zeri is just too fast. Too much mobility. She still has the flash, still has the exhaust. She's just gonna walk out.
And here we're running into the problem that Aesir Squadron has. How do they get onto the Zeri?
Yep.
Especially when the front line is like Orange Udyr with a Lulu and the Sandra Pio. It seems pretty impossible.
It does, and you only have skill shot CC, right? All of that CC can be blocked by an Udyr, by an Orange, by a Lulu, by a Lissandra. There's nothing really to just immediately get onto this area. There's no point in click CC. There's no dives. There's no dashes or anything like that. So it's really difficult for any of those key abilities to land onto this area, assuming Titan Gaming is playing well, and they have been playing well. And I think, yeah, that was definitely something we mentioned from draft, and it looks to be something that's playing out here as Udyr spawns the Rift Herald mid, looking to maybe punish the Tom Kench overstaying. The Ornal is going to come over the top into Lysandra. Oh, and such a good layering of CC there by Titan Gaming Cobalt, preventing that Tom Kench from moving for about a solid 5 seconds there as he just watches his turret go down and he follows shortly thereafter. Titan Gaming Cobalt is just having their way over every inch of this map right now.
They are looking so good, so clean, everything executed perfectly. There's not much bad you can say, nothing bad you can say about them, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they're playing exceptionally well. They're knowing their win conditions, they're knowing their limits and when they can execute. And just really solid play from everyone on Titan Gaming Cobalt. You know, everyone doing their part. Ragnar was, you know, pretty uninvolved in the game up until that point, but Nosy has some priority top, walks mid, uses the ult, helps get that turret and the dive off successfully. And Larry the Shrub, the jungler for Titan Gaming, is playing, I mean, he's playing exceptionally well. He's everywhere on the map right now, creating so much pressure, starting so many plays. Just a really solid showing from Udyr, showing the power of Udyr's early game, you know, a really fast clearing jungler with a lot of mobility and gang pressure. Is he's going to run down the Xerath again, stunning the Xerath, then stunning the Jinx, going back to stun the Xerath, and Xerath cannot do anything. It's just an Udyr show right now.
It looks very helpless for Aesir Squadron. Yeah, just a great laning phase by Titan Gaming Cobalt. They had prio in every lane, made it really easy for Udyr to come out. You know, Udyr can't do a lot, but he does do what he does. And
very well, yeah.
If you don't have big shoes to fill, that's all you need jungler.
Yeah. No, absolutely, and I think you put it well. I mean, their lanes are getting so much push and so much priority. The Udyr has so much room to play, you know, and when you have all that space as a jungler, it becomes really easy to find angles, to find plays, to make plays happen, and he's capitalizing on that room well. He's executing on those plays well, and using his lane's priority really well, making a lot happen, snowballing this game for the side of Titan Gaming Cobalt.
Yeah, and on the other side we have Aesir Squadron, whose Viego has to give up half his jungle every rotation, which, you know, feels kind of hopeless for that to be a winning strategy. Yeah, it's a very sad day if you are the Viego, just watching your camps get taken on repeat. Not much they can do to prevent the Udyr from just invading over and over again. Udyr looking to flank, trying to get them out of this dragon area. Viego needs to be careful. He's going to walk in and check the Udyr, but Udyr's kind of stunned, looking to do some chunk, and honestly so much damage coming down there just from the Udyr. It's half the HP and he's walking into Lysandra. Needs to be careful. Lysandra though opts against trying to ult the Viego and just ease back over. Better safe than sorry for her as she gets back to her team, and they start up the dragon, looking to get this third dragon. Viego making a bit of a desperation play, ulting over. Good attempt at the steal. I think you have to do something at some point. Tries to flip it. This is a dragon that puts Titan Gaming on soul point. He's not going to be able to get it, and he'll go down the process, but good effort nonetheless. Viego needed to make something happen. Saw a window. Not much you can blame there. And now we see Titan Gaming pushing their final assault, maybe.
Yeah, their pre-20-minute final assault. They're wasting no time tonight. Alright, Mundo needs to be careful as the bot lane from Titan Gaming is making their way up to top lane. He has no turret to fall back to. Zeri's here. Ornn going in, looking to ult over the top. Flash out from Mundo is not going to get him very far, and there's just too much follow-up, too much lockdown. Zeri's going to ult, and she's going to look to have a field day. She gets hit by the E from the Xerath, though, is going to halt her in her tracks, and not much more than the Mundo kill will happen. Good E from the Xerath to disengage the Zeri aggression, but still, really solid kill from the side of Titan Gaming. Cobalt is going to get them the kill they need to start up Baron. We are looking at
Mundo with his first death there. He's not aware that the entire jungle was now
Titan Gaming Cobalt. Yeah. Look at this though. Tom Kench looking to show why he is in fact a mid lane champion. Wing forward is going to force the flash out of Lysandra, and it looks like that will get her to safety eventually. She needs to use the ult and the Zonias though. But Titan Gaming in response will get the Baron. Viego is going over the wall close, but again, no cigar for the Viego.
Well, he's getting his reps in. Nice try for the
he is getting his smite practice in. That is true. He is getting his fight practice in. Yeah, and again, you kind of have to make desperation plays at some point. That one's not the worst you can make. It is kind of close. It was about 200 damage away, you know. 1 or 2 more Zeri attacks go down on that, and maybe you get the Baron. So good attempt from Arctic Viper. Still trying to make plays happen. But he can only
when
do
you're
so
this
much.
far behind, that's definitely the right play.
I mean, the gold's even. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, 2.5k. This is a slow game.
Alright, and walking up the mid lane is the bot lane for Titan Gaming Cobalt. Zeri's gonna dash forward, looking to get some chuck onto the Xerath. About half of his HP just on that quick burst from the Zeri. Arctic Viper needs to be careful. He's running into 3 members of Titan Gaming Cobalt in a teleport following close behind Lissandra. They're gonna now take their aggression onto the bot lane, just dive this Tom Kent. They're just going from one lane to the next. It looks so hopeless for Aesir Squadron. Titan Gaming Cobalt has not taken their foot off the gas pedal at all this game as they push into the bottom lane turret, looking to get this inhibitor at 22 minutes. Udyr going super deep. No see out to the Lulu ulti though is going to mean Jinx is down. Flashing away is Xerath, but it's only going to take him so far, and that is going to look like game 1 going over to Titan Gaming Cobalt as they complete the ace. Arctic Viper finds himself 1v5 yet again into Titan Gaming Cobalt, but he has no flash. He has no teammates. He's just going to look to stall out as much as he can, but he can only do so much. Lissandra ease forward, and that seals the fate of game 1. Titan Gaming Cobalt putting on an absolute show here in game 1. Exceptional play across the board.
Joel, it was a pleasure watching that Udyr. He was putting in work.
Yeah, it's always the champions I least expect. Last week it was just Ornn in the top lane having a field day. Today it's Udyr, not the champion you see diving tier 2 turrets at 12 minutes. But I love to watch Udyr run around the map as much as anyone. That was a lot of fun. I'm sure Larry the Shrub enjoyed himself quite a lot that game, getting to have a little bit of the field day on Udyr.
Exactly. Yeah, you can see just Titan Gaming putting themselves in an amazing position where Udyr could just run around the map and pick up kills and steal the jungle, like no matter when he wanted to. You know, there was no bad play there. They just had complete dominance over every lane, really. And yeah, it was a tough game there for Aesir Squadron.
Yeah, it was a tough game. And moving into game 2, I think needs to be some adaptations, right? I think Titan Gaming does a really good job playing around their bot side. I think their bot lane 2v2 is really solid. Their AD carry is just a monster. I think she is an exceptional player, gets advantages where advantages probably shouldn't happen. I don't think they should have had as much push as they did in the bot lane, but they did have that pressure and they used it exceptionally well, pulling off so many dives on the Jinx. And if you're Aesir Squadron, you need to figure out a way to answer that, right? You pick a champion like Xerath to give you bot lane push, to give you bot lane priority. So you need to make some adjustments there to make sure that you're in fact getting that bot lane priority. But Titan Gaming Cobalt, you know, they know their game plan, they execute it really well. Ragnar is a great weak side top laner. Their mid, really strong, getting the push, being able to walk down bottom to help cover their bot lane. Their bot lane just, again, solid 2v2 players. Know they can win their lane, know they can help out their jungler, and then the Udyr using all that space, like you said before, to make so many plays happen around the map.
Exactly, that Lulu shield, putting in incredible work against the Xerath, stalling him out. And they were just, and after that, like, what's your win condition? If it's your Jinx, then you got to have a better support, I think, than the Xerath, especially into a team like Titan Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and we're just going to take a quick break, and then we will go right back into game 2. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Titan Gaming Cobalt versus Aesir Squadron. Game 2 coming up soon. right. And we are back for more action. Titan Gaming Cobalt versus Aesir Squadron. Game 2. We will hop right into draft. What do you hope to see from the Game 2 draft? You know, what adaptations, what changes do you think?
I think Acer Squadron needs to have a clear and concise plan that's not losing early. Because I feel like a lot of teams do that, where they pick all these amazing late game champions,
Yeah.
and then don't get the late game, and
Yep.
just are losing by like 2.5.
Too much early.
By 20 minutes, you know, like
Yeah.
you can't
You can't have that. Yeah. I
So,
totally agree.
Team turned out at that level, they just need to do like have a clear like a game plan so that your whole team's on the same page. Like we should be winning in the first 5 minutes everywhere, which was
Yeah.
Titan Gaming's Cobalt's plan, and
Yeah.
they were all on the same page, and they're all making dives.
Yep.
And then when you're winning from the start, you can just never stop winning.
Yeah.
right? If
Yeah.
you play properly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that is a good point. I mean, if you have a late game team comp, it doesn't mean you can just sit around the early game and not do anything, or that happens like what just happened. Titan Gaming Cobalt is just gonna run away with it. So you definitely need to be making things happen, making sure you have a plan on how to get to the late game without your team being in total shambles. So going forward, whether it be some changes of bans, I like the Udyr ban. I think the Udyr was really strong, and I think it used the space it had really well. It's just a super solid early game champion, really consistent ganks, really straightforward play. All right, Shen first pick into Misfortune Rail. Some spicy picks, I have to
We
say.
got some good picks. Yeah, so the bans we got for Titan Gaming, we got Malzahar, Tom Kench, Zillion, and Acer Squadron banned out Udyr, Hecarim, Corki. All good picks. Next we got a Lulu pick for Titan Gaming. Nope, switched last second to Nami there. That's a good support. That's on the level of Nami. That's what I'm expecting from Acer Squadron. They really, I think the key for them is going to be starting from that bot lane. They really need to fix the support. They need to have that, like, to be honest, as a Jinx player, I hate having like a Lux and a Xerath support, or like Shaco, or something that like doesn't heal you, doesn't shield
Yeah.
you much, doesn't help you with your Jinx playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So getting the Mundo pick, Acer Squadron sticking with the Mundo, it's an okay pick.
I think the Mundo is fine. I don't think the Mundo is a problem. I'll be honest with you, onside Titan Gaming Cobalt, I actually think I like the Lulu more than the Nami. I think the Nami can just get one shot by Rail Misfortune if they play it right. So that's a very scary lane. I also think that Misfortune, Lethality Misfortune, I think is quite a good answer to this kind of protect the Aphelios comp. The ult is just so much damage, you can't possibly shield it enough as they look to just peel for the Aphelios. So, you know, if a good engage from Rail comes in and the MF ult goes over the top, it's really strong. It also means that she can build the shield break Serpent's Fang item really well. She can build that second or third pretty easily if she's going lethality. So I actually think the MF pick is really solid here from the side of Acer Squadron. A bit different, but I think definitely has its place. Mundo here, and then we have Echo on the side.
Acer Squadron
Amazing.
getting a lot better of engage this game, looking good. I really like the Rel and Echo. It's going to be powerful.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think, you know, something we talked about last game is that they didn't really have consistent CC to get to the Zeri. This game they have a lot of dive, a lot of engage that can get to the back line of Titan Gaming Cobalt. So I think that's a great adaptation. Poppy. I assume it's going to be J4 or Poppy, but Master E would be interesting. It was just recently buffed. It is Master E, so wow. All right, I was not expecting Master E. Master E was given a little mini rework. I'm not actually sure how that translates into in-game power, but I guess we'll see to some degree.
Yeah, I think he's a bit easier to pull off optimally now. Honestly, not a bad pick against Mundo. They don't have much CC. They only have Rel and Echo right now. So it could be a really powerful pick for Titan Gaming.
And Ornn locked in.
Is that an unconventional Shen? I don't
Alright,
know what we're seeing.
I'm entirely lost because it's either
It's probably Ornn mid.
it's probably Ornn mid. I do
They were
think that
talking about Yorick mid, right? And we saw Tom
Yeah.
Kench. Everyone's just bringing out these weird bruisers.
I had an idea of these drafts and how they would play out. I no longer have any idea of these drafts and how they'll play out. So
And we're seeing a pike there by Acer Squadron. So this mid matchup is
it's not
is
one
too
you
high
see every
level. It's
day.
too high IQ for me.
Yeah.
I think,
It's not one you see every day. If it is in fact Pike mid into Ornn, my thought is that sounds really awful for Pike mid. I mean, what do you do to
Yeah,
Ornn?
I'm not sure who's getting counterpicked where at this point in this game. I'm kind of excited to see where it goes though. It's going to be game 2 here, Titan Gaming Cobalt and Aesir Squadron. What's going to happen? This is
I
a crazy
don't
draft.
know. I mean, I respect the exciting picks. You know, I'm a big fan of off-meta picks. We just played Iron mid last night in our game, so I like when people change things up.
Was that a funnel strat?
Kind of. So we had our jungler plays a lot. I'm giving away our team secrets. Our jungler plays a Rengar. You could see that on his op.gg. Our jungler plays a lot of Rengar, and Ivern Rengar is quite good together.
Is, yeah.
So we
That
went
was
into
some
that.
Twisted Tree Line 3v3 strats where you
Yeah,
have
exactly.
someone that speeds you up.
Exactly. All right, and getting on to the Rift now.
Game 2, Aesir Squadron trying to redeem themselves from quite what was that ugly showing last game.
Yeah, quite a difficult game 1. So
Standing out,
it's Shen mid.
5 point. Interesting.
It's Shen mid. Ragnar's going to go back onto his Ornn pick, and the Master Yi will be running around the jungle again.
And Pike mid.
And Pike mid. Yep. That
You
still
know the
feels
Pike
like
Shen matchup.
I don't know the Pike Shen matchup.
Do these guys know the Pike Shen matchup?
I can't imagine they do. This isn't something you see often. My initial thought is that it's just really Shen favored, right? Because he puts down the little like auto blocker thing every time Pike tries to use the Hail Blades passive, and he just gets to rush defensive items.
Out, I think.
Yeah,
It's kind of a weird funnel where they're both trying to make plays and like just do other things.
Yep, I do agree that it's probably not going to be much 1v1ing in the lane, but who can kind of roam around and affect other parts of the map.
Yeah,
we'll
really
see.
big junglers on both sides too. Probably it's going to be a jungle matchup this
Yep.
game.
Yep. To be honest, I would have liked to see a different mid champion than Pike, but if he knows how to make Pike work, he knows how to make Pike work.
Yeah, and he's not bad with Echo. Them two roaming around
Yep.
can get a lot done. Really scary and hard to catch as well. So
Sure.
it's not the worst pick.
Yeah, and I think they, like, before Nami needs to be careful though, taking a lot of damage on this level 1, just walking into the Rel. I think Rel could have just went right in on her and killed her, but Nami, living to see another day, needs to be
Yeah, really
careful
scary
though.
moment there.
A lot of kill pressure on the side of Aesir Squadron bot lane with Rel and Misfortune. They're playing a little bit more respectfully now, knowing that this bot lane of Titan Gaming Cobalt can do a lot. Nami's going to walk up, so much pressure coming down onto the Misfortunes. They're going to ding level 2 first, and Aphelios is going to go right onto the Rel. So much damage coming down, almost completely one shot out is the Rel, showing the power of CG Naomi's Aphelios. Why this champion is banned against her so often. She is a monster on this pick.
Yeah, the MF lane trading really well at the beginning, maybe not taking their advantage and then giving up a huge level 2 chance. Not looking good there for Rel.
Yeah, I think Aesir Squadron giving a little bit too much respect in the bot lane and giving too many windows to the Titan Gaming Cobalt bot lane. They have so much engaging kill pressure with the Rel, they just need to use it now. Pike looking to maybe make something happen though as he walks down bottom. Cobalt is going to smell something though and just walk away. Good heads up gameplay by the Titan Gaming Cobalt bot lane, knowing that Pike is trying to roam bottom, trying to make something happen, seeing them missing from the mid lane, and they just back off, not giving him a window at all.
Yeah, really good communication awareness, not letting that Pike roam early on. Get anything done. Hopefully he gets punished for it. Rel
In
going
goes
another
Rel
thing.
though. The stun's gonna land, but look who's here. It's Larry the Shrub. He seems to be everywhere on the map at every point in the game. Roots down from Aphelios into the Master EQ, and Blast from the Rel is not going to mean anything. He can follow it with his own. That's first blood over Larry the Shrub. Titan Game
Really
Cobalt.
good gank there, Master Yi.
Yeah,
Right place at the
really,
right time.
really good timing. Exactly. Always in the right place at the right time. Perfect timing. Rao tries to go in to look for something, looking to get a kill or something for Aesir Squadron, but Larry the Shrub right there to punish. Arctic Viper though looking to make a play of his own as he looks onto this mid lane Shen. The W comes down. Pike's going to E forward, but nothing more is going to come out of that. This Q is going to miss, and now they need to be careful as he is here looking to cover for his mid laner, but nothing
Good
too much
attempt there.
about that. Yep, good attempt on both sides. They'll both just walk away back to their own jungle. He's gonna take a base. Echo walks into the bot side. Cobalt pushed under the turret of Aesir Squadron, knowing that Echo is just mid. Knowing they have a window to try to get some plate damage, turret damage on the bot lane, build up this gold lead. Misfortune though, doing a good job of CSing, actually has a CS lead. Despite being pushed in for most of this game, and it's just a solo kill in the mid lane. I said this Pyke matchup is Shen favored, but I was wrong. Shen having a huge CS lead, which will pretty much equal that kill, but you know, the kill is still really good. He's going to collect some CS here. And
Yeah, and
swing
Pyke
it back in
roam,
his
did
favor.
roam like level 3 as well,
Yeah.
right?
He did lose a lot of CS there, but a really good solo kill. And in goes Rao onto the Nami. A lot of damage coming down, but Aphelios is just able to free hit the Misfortune now as she has to flash away, and Rao is forced to kite back. She has no flash, which means it's going to be a kill for the Aphelios. Can't get anything back onto the Nami. Tries to ignite and Q, and Nami is so close to death, but is able to make it out alive just barely. Excellent
Just
play.
barely. That was a close one. Nami living with running speed. Furious with the clutch exhaust on the Misfortune. They're turning the tide. That was a great play there by Titan Gaming.
Yeah, really solid play. Aphelios knowing that as soon as Rao went in onto the support, she could just free hit Misfortune, forcing her away, forcing her to flash, and then turning the attention onto their flash with Rao. Shen ease forward, but can't get the Pyke down as Echo comes in to look to counter this. But Yi onto the other side is here. Arctic Viper flashed away, but the EQ follows, and that is going to be a kill for Larry to Shrub. Again, another kill for the Master Yi. So close. Echo almost able to take down the Shen in response, but just too little, too late. Going to mean kill to the side of Larry the Shrub.
Exactly. We're seeing the same sort of effect as last game where the jungler at Titan Gaming could just kind of waltz in and pick up kills with ease. You know, another great draft by Titan Gaming.
Yeah, and absolutely another really good draft. Titan Gaming putting in work here.
Another good start for them.
Yeah, another good start and another huge start from their jungler. He's just everywhere he needs to be, always there to counter gank, always there to make plays happen, to cover his lanes. Exceptional play. And now this bot lane, even more of a disaster right now, is this wave caught in a really awkward spot. Rao can't walk up. Misfortune, both down flashes, need to be scared, and this Aphelios pick is starting to build such a huge lead. Nami getting engaged on by the Rao, but Misfortune is a little bit far behind. The E is going to land onto the Aphelios. She flashes forward, though. I think this may be too aggressive, and she's going to go down to the Misfortune. This is just too aggressive of a play on the side of Titan Gaming Cobalt, honestly. No need to flash forward like that. They had something really good going for them. I think overestimating her damage a little bit there, and underestimating maybe the damage from the Misfortune and the Rao, all but CC locking her down. As she falls.
That Nami getting pushed too far up, getting caught, not respecting tanking Sidrel. Their focus fire just wasn't enough to bring her down.
Yeah.
Now Dragon will be rewarded to Ace Squadron.
Yeah, and honestly, a little bit of a costly mistake there. Aphelios uses her flash in the process and still goes down, and then Dragon over to the side of Aesir Squadron means this game definitely starts to even out.
Yeah, this game is all tied up now as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And a bit of an overcompensation in the bot lane.
Yeah, and a kill for Misfortune, making her strong. She already has a CS lead. Big CS lead in the mid lane, but Pyke is just looking to roam around, help the other lane snowball. Not necessarily looking to play his own lane.
So he's starting to herald. Shen must be close to level 6.
Yep. Pyke is looking to kill the Nami. A really good roam. Looking for her as she tries to ward up the river to get some safety, knowing she has no flash, is now going to go in onto the Aphelios. This stun is going to get sidestepped. He ease away. Here comes the ult over the top though, and that's just another kill for the bot lane. So much CC, so much kill pressure right there with that Pyke mid. A really phenomenal roam. Great timing, knowing where to be and when, seeing the window and punishing it exceptionally well.
Exactly. Great play by Aesir Squadron. Amazing draft, and it's paying off for them. Look at that change CC. Look at the damage. It's
Yeah.
way easier to pull off. They just got to
Yep.
use their buttons and
Yeah.
point them in the right direction.
And you know, that's what we said. They need to do something about this bot lane. Last game, it was just all Titan Gaming Cobalt diving their bot lane on repeat. This game, a lot more focus going into Naomi and Igoro, knowing that they are a focal point for Titan Gaming. As I say that, Master Heat now looking to clean this up. The Rao is going to jump forward, mistimed a little bit, means he gets to free hit the AD carry, but maybe he goes down, he flashes out, gets the Q reset, all from the Rao is going to kill their Disrupt, but Aphelios is going to trade the kill back. Now Pyke here, looking to pick up this wave or maybe look for a kill, but Titan Gaming, Cobalt bot lane is going to respect the Pyke roam and just play a little bit safe. He goes to pick up this wave under the turret.
You'll see this game is already much closer. Aesir Squadron having a great draft. They have so much damage, a lot of CC, a lot of tankiness. Catching his first death there and a bit of a overextension.
Yeah, I think a little bit too over aggressive. Didn't need to give over that shutdown kill. But with that being said, at least it went to the rail.
Very true.
So if you're going to give a shutdown, better do it here. And Pyke is just looking to continuously punish the flash. This bot lane flash forward, great disengage from the Nami, the ult into the bubble, and Igoro, what a hero there. Exceptional play, playing everything perfectly, disengaging the Rao, but oh, he is going too deep though, needs to be careful as Rao is just going to W on into the stun. Igoro now running for her life, going to make it out safely. Nami with that
back and forth
hero
there.
play, and Pyke is gonna pour in now. She has no flash, needs to be careful. Oh, she does have flash. I was wrong. Flashing out of the Pyke ult, exceptional play. Ten's gonna come down. Taunt's gonna hit onto Rao and take him down. Now Echo forced the ult away as they continue to chase down, and another kill for the Aphelios. This is just so much bot lane action, back and forth, battling it out, looking to get a hold of the game. This game is close. This is what we want to see in game 2. Aesir Squadron really coming out fighting, going for punch with Titan Gaming, not rolling over in this game 2 at all.
Exactly, Joe. They're fighting it out for the top spot on the Swag Life series. This is the game that I wanted to see. That last game was a bit disappointing, but they both made adjustments, and 7-7 now.
Yeah, absolutely, and so much bot lane action here. You know, what we said in the game 1 is they needed to correct their bot lane. A lot of plays were happening around bot lane last game, and Aesir Squadron definitely making that adaptation well, knowing where they need to be, where they need to put their pressure, and that's what they're doing. Matching Titan Gaming's bot lane aggression with aggression of their own, so many Pyke roams. He only has 38 CS, but he's making kills happen.
Yeah, it's almost a swap game. Like now we have Titan Gaming playing Aphelios Nami, which is a bit more of a late game scaling.
Yeah.
And they're falling into their own mistake.
Yep. Alright, you going top, he's going to ult onto the Mundo, going to Q to dodge the Mundo slow flash forward from Ragnar for the follow-up, and that's going to be a kill for Ragnar. Really great gank right there. Both he and the Ornn knowing their limits, knowing the power of their champion. But Echo here to maybe clean something up. Pyke roaming in from mid is going to be a kill for the Pyke, and Echo, great counter gank now. Pyke going in onto Ragnar. Ragnar needs to be careful. He's going to run away, but the Q's going to land as a double kill for Pyke. You know what? I said Pyke mid, maybe not the best pick, but this guy is proving me wrong. He knows how to utilize his Pyke pick. He seems to be everywhere on the map.
He's putting on a show right now. He's looking bigger than Ornn. Yeah.
Yeah.
This game makes no sense.
Yep. No, absolutely. All in from the Misfortune is just going to one-shot the Nami, and that's what we talked about. So squishy. Going on to the Aphelios, so Aphelios has good guns, looking to fight this back. Flash forward with the exhaust over the top is then going to be close, but not close enough. Misfortune picking up 2 kills. The Aphelios aggression. She wanted this champion. She got this champion, and she is going to just flash forward off cooldown. She does not care. She is making her montage today.
Yeah, we'll see that. Misfortune, Rel picks, doing well in the bot lane. He even had a crazy ton of cryo in the level 1 fight they didn't take. They honestly could have just walked them down, I think, at that point as well. But continuously picking up kills, doing really good job for them.
Yeah, for sure. This Misfortune getting super strong. And again, yeah, the gold graph is inaccurate. We may be able to get more accurate reading of the gold on an overlay. I'm not sure. I think there was a little bit of technical difficulties with the replay pod, so we apologize for that. But with that being said, close game, 11-9 in kills. A big CS lead in the mid lane means, despite the 4 kills, Shen's down 11k gold and a big lead in the bot lane. So leads across the board for Aesir Squadron. So only
starting the dragon and quickly finishing it.
yeah, they're just gonna get it pretty easily. If TP comes down from the Shen, he's just gonna walk to mid right after that.
Alright, so Joel, how long before we see Janna top Pike mid and nobody can play those 2 lanes?
And there's just no lanes, and it's just 5-man
A-lane
bot.
That's the ultimate A-lane style.
I would love that. It's just fighting on repeat. I love skirmishes like this. I love the bot lane action, the fist fighting. I'm a huge fan of it. So if that's what's required for more bot lane action, I'm all for it. Maybe we'll have to pull that out next week. Yeah. All right, and both junglers looking to cover their bot lanes again. Misfortune and Rel looking to maybe find a window to engage. Nami has her flash, but Aphelios doesn't. All right, so I don't love this Misfortune build. I don't think Kraken Slayer is as good as just the full lethality with Eclipse. Hopefully she switches maybe to some lethality, but she will still do a lot of damage with autos hitting hard.
Yeah, so what's the reasoning for that? Just for her combos with her ulti?
I basically think Misfortune is really only good because her ult, and if you're picking her, it's good to ult squishy like backline targets like the Aphelios and Nami, and the lethality is better than Kraken Slayer. If you're just gonna be auto attacking, just play a different AD carry.
Fair enough.
Alright, and he going in onto the Echo, but good stun, and Pike one-shots the Echo. So much damage from the Pike ulti over the top. Shen forced to run away back to his own lane. He's going to run up into the river, kind of towards red team, looking to dodge away from the Pikes though. He needs to be careful though, as now 4 people are collapsing onto him, and I think he just ran himself into his own death. Taunts away, is going to dodge the Pike ulti. Flash over the wall is going to be followed by Pike, and he is leading him on the chase of a lifetime. Looking to get to the Blast Cone, he's gonna Blast Cone over the wall, and he's got the ult away. Is he gonna work out? No, Pike stun coming in just in time, but you have to respect the effort. Pike needs to be careful, maybe going to get solo kill down, but Arctic Viper cleaning it up. That was crazy, so much escape. Honestly, a valiant effort on the side of the Shen, leading them around. That was fun to watch, leading them on a little bit of a goose chase as the Titan Gaming Cobalt bot lane is going to pick up that first bot lane outer turret, first turret of the game going over to Titan Gaming Cobalt. Should be answered fairly quickly here. Yep, Misfortune's just going to auto it down. Oh my goodness, huge ult. He Q's in. So much damage is going to kill the MF, and then onto the Rel. No, living on just 1 HP. This is why you play Master Yi in the jungle, knowing the limits. Picking up both of the Aesir Squadron bot laners in response. So good engage from the Rel, taking down the Nami, but a good punish by the Yi.
Yeah, it almost looked like they were going to pick up a Helios as well, but he got out, and then Master Yi coming in and erasing all the members of the Aesir Squadron.
Yeah, huge, and Yi, it's just running instantly to the top lane. Has a feeling that Echo might be starting this Herald to try to counter something on the other side of the map. He needs to be careful though, as Echo is a level higher, but Ornn looking to cover. Shen walking into the river as well is going to force Echo back over the wall, and the play will subside for the moment. Echo walks back in the river, maybe looking to restart this. Nami walking up from bot lane. This might be a whole 5v5 as now all of the members converge. Shen walking to the bot lane, doesn't quite have that ult yet, but his TP should be available shortly, so they're going to push in the mid wave and then walk into the river. And something is brewing. Will a team fight actually break out here? Or does Titan Gaming just give this Rift Herald? It looks like they just give it. Don't want to force anything yet. Don't see the need.
Can't we put Titan Gaming being behind there? Not wanting to 5v5 from an open fight like that.
Yep, knowing it's not worth it. Not worth throwing for the Rift Herald. They're gonna place it mid instantly now, trying to break this mid outer. Titan Gaming has their bot lane and Master Yi here to defend though. A lot of damage going down. The hit's going to take it. And that is the second turret of the game. Going over the side. The Aesir Squadron, so up 2 turrets to 1, but down in dragons.
Yeah, and as time goes on, we're going to slowly see the Pike fall off and the Shen
Yep.
get bigger and bigger. Then it's 150 farm over, I can't really see the Pike's farm, but
82.
3 digits.
Yeah,
Still
82
in the 3
CS.
digits.
82 CS. Has 5 kills and is sitting at 2 items, but like you said, that Pike does fall off as the game gets later. He needs to find really good flanks, really good windows. It's a difficult champion as the game progresses and the Aphelios get stronger and stronger. Aphelios sitting at about 1.5 items.
Coming down here for Orin, looking to start something from the front line.
Here comes he's going to try to ult him into this choke point. Hits the Rel. Rel W's away, looking to kite away. Misfortune ult coming over the top is going to do a lot of damage to the backline of Titan Gaming Cobalt. Now, it's Orin in the midst of everyone. So much damage from Yi. There's 1, 2. Orin is going to get 1. Yi is still 3 hitting, and they can't take him down. A triple kill for Yi under the turret, looking for the Quadra, and that's going to hit Quadra. And I think you actually have to bench the Orin. He stole a Penta, right?
What an amazing play there.
Yeah.
That's ulti, but not enough. Titan Gaming chase down.
That was really good engage. Yeah, really good engage from the side of Titan Gaming. Good recognition by the Orin. Seeing that he had the window, they were caught in that choke. A really nice ult, forcing them into that little passage in the river, and then the Yi just gets the free hit Q, landing on everyone, getting the reset into another Q, going under the turret for the quadri kill, showing the power of this little mini rework Master Yi. The on-hit potential is so strong with how your Q works now.
Exactly, not enough CC, I guess, to handle.
Yeah, and again, I think it's something that maybe is underappreciated in team comps. Just point and click CC, it's so valuable against champions like Master Yi. Easy to land CC. Against champions like Yi that have Qs, that have resets like that, it's so important to have something that you can just always hit on them and lock them down and blow them up before they're able to get all of their damage off, like you just saw there. When he does, he is such a huge menace.
Exactly, spoken like a true king.
Alright, Misfortune looking to push out the mid lane, maybe threaten a Baron. A lot of damage though, coming from Aphelios. Needs to be careful walking out like that. Speaking to about 75% HP.
Yeah, really tight game here. We see both teams playing the macro, kind of stalling it out, looking for opportunities to pick each other.
Yep.
Going for those objectives as well.
Yeah, and I think it's on the side of Aesir Squadron to find these engages first. If Rel is able to get a good engage, I think they can win a team fight. But if Master Yi and Orin are able to engage onto the side of Aesir Squadron, I think that Titan Gaming Cobalt just wipes these team fights. So I don't want to see the Rel Wing away, trying to get out like that. She needs to take one for the team, W in, try to land that ult, try to land that CC, and set up that Misfortune ult.
Yeah, exactly. This Shen is just having more of an impact as the game goes on. His split pushing potential opens up as he gets stronger than the Pike. There might not be much he can do to get stopped now.
Yep. The Shen is really getting huge here. 164 CS on his side to the 90 of the Pike. Such a huge difference here.
Yeah, and Master Yi just scaling at his heart's content, so it's not looking good here for Aesir Squadron.
Yeah, the game is definitely getting more difficult by the minute. 9 and 4 on the Yi. Mundo needs to be careful as he's just going to Q in, and look at how much damage that does even to the Mundo. He's going to dive under the turret. Orno over the top, and there's just nothing that could stop Master Yi. So much damage. He has the Shen out too to protect them, and Titan Gaming Cobalt, knowing the limits of their comp, knowing how much protection they have, and just executing it perfectly.
Master Yi only having Dusk Blade and Rage Blade. Oh no, he has Blade of the Rune King, never mind.
Blade of the Rune King, yeah.
That makes sense.
Shredding though, shredding that. Pretty tanky Mundo. And you know, I thought that they were picking the Shen, they were picking the Orin to protect the Aphelios, but I think they were just picking it to protect the Master Yi.
Aphelios support.
Aphelios support, exactly. And Yi onto the Echo. Echo forced the ult back defensively, flashes out, but the stun is going to land from the Orin. And Nami picking up the kill with her ultimate. Big MF ult is going to shut down the Master Yi, though. That's huge. Pike over the top, good flash from Ragnar, dodging out of the Pike ult and keeping himself alive. Pike forced back. Shen's going to flash forward to finish him off, though, and then GG Naomi. completing the last kill as they don't quite ace. Mundo was on respawn by the time that fight ended. But 4 for only 1 back. And that is going to mean Baron to the side of Titan Gaming. You shut down though, that's huge. That means so much gold over to the Misfortune.
Yeah,
Giving her a
everything
big
going out
fight.
to take down that E, and then everything coming out to retaliate. So
Yeah,
doing my job, taking
yeah,
everything.
yeah, exactly. Using so many ults, so much CC needed to take down the speed. And it's just barely enough. Everything being used on just one target means the Aphelios still gets the free hit. And Shen, honestly, Shen and Ornn doing a surprising amount of damage when they're able to get onto that backline. They're really tanky. They have those items. They have the Thorn Mail for the Shen.
Yeah, what level is Shen right now? He must be highest level in the game. Oh,
Shen
Flash
is level
coming
15.
down.
Flash forward from the Yi is going to be 1 kill. Double kill as he finishes off the Pyke. This is looking for the triple. The red smite will burn down. Not quite. Shen is going to taunt forward. Echo ulting back to dodge away from the Yi. Eating onto the Shen. Blast cone over. Yi is still chasing him down. Echo is just trying to run away, just saying, please let me get back to the base. But Shen says, not a chance, and takes him down. Mundo is just sadly by himself under the very low HP mid lane turret, trying to do what he can to hold off the assault of Titan Gaming Cobalt, but he can only hold it off for so long. Nami and Aphelios pushing down into the mid tier 2 as Yi and Ornn take out the dragon, or Shen, excuse me, not Ornn. Take down the dragon. Ornn pushing into the bot lane. They have the Baron just looking to play on these 2 lanes, trying to break the base. Ornn needs to be a bit careful. Misfortune hitting up hard right now. She is quite strong at 3 completed items.
Titan Gaming sieging the base. We saw the Master Yi Shen combo enacted to perfection there.
Yeah.
Master Yi just going 1v5 and then getting a huge Shen shield, and they can pretty much 2v5 there.
Yeah, they really can pretty much 2v5. So difficult to take them down. So much shielding, so much slipperiness with the EQ, the UW. Huge value right now from both of these 2 picks. Shen looking to face with the Baron and Powered Recall. Doesn't have his ult, but not too
Aphelios
worried.
ulti going out. MF living with just the silver.
Just
So
Baron
fair.
there. Yeah, so much damage from the Aphelios. Good Pyke is going to pour in, but they don't really have any follow-up at this point. And you see now, Pyke is level 13 to the level 15 Shen. And despite a really strong early game, a lot of kills and a lot of pressure, just the CS discrepancy is really coming back to bite him now. Only 98 CS, still not breaking into triple digits, and we're hitting 27 minutes. So despite what he did in the early game, he is really being set behind by the CS differential. Looking to start to build into some defensive items with, it looks like maybe Death Dance third, I would assume, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it's not looking good now for Aesir Squadron, but a much better attempt than last game. We'll say that they picked the early game winning comp, at least for most of their lanes, and did fairly well early. But
Yeah.
you see the power of 10 gaming draft come alive. The Yi scaling, the Aphelios scaling, the Ornn scaling, and they did a good job, I think, early game staying alive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Titan Gaming, you know, they made it through the early game and there was a lot of back and forth action, but Yi found a lot of kills. Aphelios was able to find kills. Shen was able to farm up well. So definitely a good job by Aesir Squadron. I think they made a really good effort, and I think they corrected a lot of things they needed to, but the scaling
Yeah, exactly.
from Titan Gaming is just so strong. Pyke, it's so difficult for him to find anything into this huge front line from Titan Gaming. So many shields, so many heals, so much utility.
Yeah, I think Pyke a bit of a cheese pick. Maybe if they had a powerhouse mid pick that scaled,
Yeah,
it would be a different story right now.
yeah. Oh, for sure. I do agree with that. And a lot of AD on the side of Titan Gaming means that they can just stack, or on the side of Aesir Squadron means Titan Gaming can just stack armor and become so tanky. The Echo isn't doing too much right now, so not much to worry about in the magic damage department. Arctic Viper, though, good engage, is going to find a Nami. That's 1 kill. Big MF ult over the top is going to force him back, but Arctic Viper goes down the process, and he is still able to free it. No one to lock him down as he finds one under the turret for 2. Shen's gonna pick one up in the process, a double kill for the Master Yi, and everything going Titan Gaming Cobalt. There's gonna be a 4-for-1 as they look to break into the base of Aesir Squadron, maybe finish it out here. It's just a very, very lonely level 13 Pike. Flashing forward to Shen, canceled by the Pike Q, gonna take the turret for his team as the Yi Q's in, finishing off the final Aesir Squadron member. Toxic Gentleman doing his best, but can only do so much. The Pike.
Titan Gaming with a great engage there. Amazing Omni ulti. Great casting there, Joel. It's a pleasure casting again.
Always, yeah. Always a pleasure to cast with you as well. And yeah, really great series. I mean, Titan Gaming showing why they're the #1 team. Showing why they're the #1 team. Just phenomenal play across the board. I mean, you know, playing on two different drafts, 2 different styles. One game was much more early game oriented. The other game not as much. Both times though, I think they showed that they really like to play around that bot side, and you can see why. I think they have a really good jungler, they have a really good bot lane 2v2, and they have a mid laner who is always ready to walk bottom, help out, do what he can, and you know, they show why they win games. Very coordinated, really effective strategy, playing it super well together. You can see the trust they have in each other, and how that translates into wins for them.
Exactly. Titan Gaming playing as a team, you know, setting up plays for their jungler, not necessarily just trying to force things when there's no vision or you don't know who's around, using teamwork to their fullest. They're looking great tonight. Unstoppable. They had multiple strategies, going full early game aggression, holding it like with scaling picks, holding it early, not letting the game go too out of hand, staying around even. Just a great job overall.
Yeah, and if you're a Titan Gaming Cobalt fan, you know, you like to see that. You like to see versatility. It means they can't be banned out. It's hard to keep up with them. With that being said, we are going to go into our post-game interview with the top laner, one of my personal favorites, Ragnar, the top laner for Titan Gaming Cobalt, and Maker, again, the coach from Titan Gaming Cobalt, back with us. How are you doing, Ragnar?
Not too bad. How are you doing, Six?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It was a pleasure watching your games. Very exciting. You obviously played them yesterday, but really great to watch. So, you know, you guys are now still remain undefeated, haven't even dropped a single game. How do you feel after that? How was that series for you? I think you played a lot of different styles really well, played a little bit of an early game comp, and then the second game a little bit of a more late game scaling comp. So how do you feel after that series?
The very first one, it was very fast tempo. We got it mostly through in offline. Then for me, I'm not gonna lie, I never heard songs there until it was done game 1. It was that absurdly long, and I was like, I never practiced.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Game 2, it was a bit more awkward tempo for us, just like their entire comp was very early game right into it. Just use the hyper to snowball for all the other layers. But
they changed everything on that. That it was pretty much left for us. But we just slow down our tempo and how we wanted to play, and we just played through the Yi. Victor was very confident on that, and it was like, okay, we play with it.
Yeah, so fair enough. I think, you know, a lot of interesting picks. A question I have to ask, or maybe it's something Maker can answer better, but the Yi and the Shen pick, 2 kind of weird picks. You don't really see a lot of Shen mid. You don't really see a lot of Master Yi jungle. Was that something that you guys had prepared going into the series, or was it something that you kind of picked because it was like, oh, this looks really good here, so we're just going to pick it as a counter?
During the draft, I was going to let Vispear to play J4.
Okay.
Make sure we guarantee the wins.
Sure.
But instead, he confident at playing Yi. so just like, okay, if you want to play Yi, just go for it, because it was your ego. The Shen pick was like, I'm going to like, okay, Aphelios comp. But because like we already know their team's comp too, so I'm copy that and just bring it to us, and I bring Orin to top. So just like two tanks two hyper carries and one support.
Yeah.
So that is like a good count for us to the second game.
Yep, makes sense. Makes sense for sure. I mean, I think obviously the confidence in the E pick paid off. He popped off on it. Really nothing that Aesir Squadron could do into that champion. And that was just, I mean, I love it. I love off-meta picks. I love when people make interesting drafts happen and make them work. So definitely props to that. A question again for Ragnar. So you stole a Penta. How do you feel about stealing a Penta? Are you getting a bench for that? I would bench you. I'd be pretty mad if you get your E pick. Your Penta gets swiped by your orange top.
I didn't do anything for most of the game, whereas they did, and I'm just like,
this is my chance for a kill.
Can I just get something? I just played laning phase. It was tank to tank. It was super boring.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's one of the tanks I'm comfortable with.
Sure, fair enough. So moving forward, you played 2 games of Ornn and looked really, really solid in both games. Any picks that you hope to pull out that maybe are not as tanky, not the Ornn, maybe something else, maybe without revealing too much of your strategy? Is there any pick that is there a master E pick for you?
Not necessarily. I have a very dumb pick that I have gone to 7 mastery for. It's not something I'd like to brag too much, but AP Alistar top lane.
AP.
Really?
Yeah.
AP Alistar top lane.
I've done it before. It's like different lanes, but it was the cheesiest way I got 7 mastery Alistar, and I was actually winning games for it. I'm like, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, Lichbane, Harvester, Deathcap.
That's old school right there.
Super old school.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I would love to see Alistar top. I think that's a very cool pick. Always a fan of off meta picks, of course. So going forward, I mean, you guys have remained undefeated, have yet to drop a single game, look incredibly solid. How do you feel moving forward? Are there any teams that worry you? Are you pretty confident if you just keep running your game plan that you'll stay at the top, stay undefeated?
I would say there was only top laners that I look in D1. The only one I ever wanted to match if I ever got to was Peregrine. Otherwise,
that's
rest
our
of
top laner,
D2. Yeah. Otherwise, the rest of the D2 Div 2 top laners I don't really see as a match to me.
Wow.
Yeah, I've laid against 3 of them. They haven't really hard stomped. They just don't play the lane correctly early game. That they don't know the matchups very well, and it was fairly easy just looking for micro mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the common thing you see early game from top laners?
Usually early game they don't always make a proactive action, especially depending on white state. So like if it's like the first 7 minions is guaranteed level 2, or even if you do like 3 melee, 2 caster, and then the next melee will get you a level 2. If you have a strong level 1 like with Set and Facebreaker, you don't just wait for your level 2, you actively make the play and then you just hit level 2 right there and you go for your all-ins. So most of the time like the match gets, they don't tend to play around like when they're actually leveling, so micro mistakes is what I've seen multiple times.
Sure.
They just need to start developing more of a proactive reaction instead of trying to play reaction.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it's definitely something you can see exploited. I mean, you looked really solid in the top lane, playing on the weak side a lot, but collectively as a team, you guys looked phenomenal. Not many mistakes across the board, doing what you need to do in both games. So super strong showing from Titan Gaming. One last question to Maker. Do you think Aphelios is ever going to make it through again? I know that is pretty much permabanned. Do you think Aphelios makes it through again after that series?
I think they're not going to ban Aphelios after this.
Really?
You can see how now Naomi and Kat's landing phase, like they both int hard. Like they're supposed to win bot lane. They're supposed to win bot lane, but I was
a little bit taken aback by the 2 flashes forward. I respect the confidence. I respect the aggression. It was very bold.
Yeah. She was too confident too. Flashing. Like I was so surprised when I watched that game too. Like, oh no.
Yeah, it was like, oh, we're gonna talk about that one after the game.
Yeah,
but you guys look great. Really fun watching you play. Great work, obviously, from both Maker, you as a coach, and Ragnar, you as a player. Exceptional gameplay. Looking forward to watch more Titan Gaming Cobalt. Thank you for being on. Thank you for being with us tonight. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you very much.
Take care. All right. Wow. I mean, what Titan Gaming Cobalt? What more can you say?
They were looking good tonight. They were an unstoppable force. You know, only a couple mistakes, so she talked about the bot lane inting, but that's okay. It was a great
It's game 2. You won game 1. You gotta have some fun. You gotta have some fun. You gotta make your montage plays. So, Titan Gaming Cobalt coming out with a really strong showing. I loved it. It was everything I hoped for. Awesome. Again, though, from all of us at the Swag Life series, thank you so much for coming out tonight on this Friday. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, next Thursday, there will be more Division 1 action, exciting stuff. And after this, stick around to watch our caster, Ty. He's going to be streaming. We're going to host him. So check out his channel. Give him some love. Give him a follow. Say hi. Thank you, though, Derek. It's always a pleasure casting with you.
You as well. Say hi to Ty.
We will. All right. Take care, guys. Thank you.